Prepare you next.
Okay. Good afternoon. This is the Town of Madison Conservation Commission meeting of August 7, 2025. Call a meeting to order. Elevation of alternates. Let's see, do we have a quorum?
Before.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we're okay. Approval of minutes of July 10.
I'll move to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? Yes. Public comment, there's no public here. Old business, we got Tim. And we have a bunch of information we're expecting from you.
Huh?
I believe you're getting an update. So in terms of the timber harvest that we presented the proposal for and you gave me the go-ahead, I'm guessing it would probably start in 3 weeks-ish. We are trying to market the wood for the absolute most amount we can get for it. We're looking at potentially sorting veneer and selling it to a different market than lumping it together with the saw logs. I mean, it would still get sorted out, but just marketing it to a different place. There is a rumor that the price of oak may be ticking up here in the next few weeks, so I'm waiting until the absolute last minute to put contracts together in hopes that it goes up a little bit. So I guess just make sure that the selectmen are aware that the contracts and the intent to cut will be coming in with the timber tax bond and all that stuff. Probably when's the selectmen's meeting? 2 weeks from now?
The 19th?
The 19th is there one next week?
No, we just had one.
Okay, so that's good. So it'll be 2 weeks from this week, right?
It'll be 2 weeks from this past Tuesday.
Right. So so
Not next week, the week
August
after.
19th.
Okay, then I let the selectmen know that I will come to either come or get them there, all the paperwork for their signatures on the 19th.
I'll put you want to be on the agenda, right? Because
I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not, but everything will be laid out. I'll try and be there. What time is it? Is it 4:30 as well?
Yes, and Linda's on vacation and won't be coming back till that following Monday, so I've got to do her agenda, make sure her agenda's.
Yeah,
ready.
put me on the agenda,
That's
at
what
least
I
the
think.
paperwork part of it, but it'll be very straightforward. It'll be, the same template as we've used before. I'll have the layout for the timber tax in terms of calculating the bond, and then the check will be right there with the intent that the logger has to post for the timber tax bond.
And I'll just put you on the agenda
I'll-
and let you run with that, because,
Yep, I'll just come, especially if Linda's not there.
yeah, well, she'll be there, but she'll just be
Oh.
coming home and,
And shooting up.
right.
All right, in terms of coordinating with the highway department to take care of that corner there, they'll obviously cut the trees down and set them over there. They're gonna be coming through with their big excavator to do the landing so they can pull them. Would the highway department be able to get rid of the stumps if they were to load them into a town truck and make them disappear? Do you want Keel to do the gravel on the town road corner, or does the town wanna do it?
I would just assume do it.
Okay,
We'd do it.
all right. So what I will do is just coordinate with, now I assume you're on the same schedule as Linda.
Yeah.
But you'll be back, because it'll be after the 19th, so that won't be an issue. You'll be back. So I'll give you enough of a heads up that it's not catching you unawares.
Yep.
Other than that, everything looks good. I'll call Dig Safe when it gets a little bit closer and get fresh paint out there again in the ditch. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty straightforward, and
Okay.
I'm guessing they'll be there probably a month-ish. Other than when we improve that corner, the road shouldn't be ever shut down. And I mean, then it won't be shut down, we'll just have to have people stopping traffic and letting them through. But once the job is going, we'll just post, truck signs on either end of it, probably one down on the east side of the lead mine, and one where it comes in off East Shore Drive. Any other questions for me?
Did you get your check yet? It's
That
coming.
came today,
Okay,
thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, got all of the mowing and trail work done ahead of Old Home Week. Yeah, so that's good. The only thing we have left in this year's forestry budget is this fall, you can pick and choose what you wanna do for easement monitoring. And I need to set up a time with Krellner to do some monumenting of the easement boundary there on the Durgan Pond piece where a lot of the easement boundary got wiped out through the past harvesting. So he's curious. I mean, I've got things flagged, but he said that he would be interested in buying some pieces of rebar and putting them in at strategic points and paint them, which if he wants it that well defined, I think that's great. Be easier going forward than, periodically just hanging up new flags.
Good.
There's very few trees left that have paint on them from the original easement marking. Most of those got cut, but where there are a few, we'll keep painting them.
Very good.
I'd like to just piggyback a little change of subject on Tim. I was out doing my maps, putting maps out, and the lead mine kiosk is barely visible because of vegetation, saplings and
Oh,
stuff.
from the historic site.
Yeah, across
Yep.
the street, there's a little parking lot
Yep,
for the
yep.
tin mine. I'd like to have it cleaned out so that people can see the kiosk a little better.
Okay.
It's just small stuff.
Yeah, just saplings. All right, well, I mean, we can,
If you're gonna be in that neck of the woods.
yeah, we can easily take care of that. That's, yeah,
Okay.
that's all small stuff,
Thanks,
no
Tim.
problem.
Now, is that between the lead mine and the pond?
Yes, it's facing down right at Lead Mine Road, kind of just above where the old, I'm gonna call them railroad tracks for a better term, but went down to the pond.
I will try to do this really quickly then. Jeff Luigi from the Nature Conservancy reached out to me about, because they own, there's 14 acres that Goodwin still owns.
Yep.
And they own either side, but they wouldn't take title to the lead mine.
Yep.
And the Goodwins have reached out to him, and he reached out to me as Conservation Commission, and whether we were interested in that property. And so I meet with virtually, or a Zoom meeting on the 14th with Sue Goodwin, their attorney, and the Nature Conservancy, and me as representative of Madison Conservation Commission.
Yep.
And so I don't know where that's going.
And that piece fronts on the pond.
And that piece fronts on.
It's basically the only piece kind of at that end of the inlet there that isn't already either.
Yeah.
That's not already conserved, so, yeah.
So, and I don't know whether this is for gift, for sale, or what. There's obviously the contaminant
Yeah,
question.
that's why TNC is
Wouldn't take it,
they
yeah.
can't, yeah.
So, but that's what I know.
Okay.
And that we're talking the same, that's right there where that sign is?
Yes.
Across from
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's where the parking lot is. I mean,
yeah, where the
Yeah.
parking lot
Yeah,
is.
okay.
That would be Goodwin's property. And my father was a forester for Goodwin when he gave the Goodwin Forest to,
Oh.
so,
Well, how about
which
that?
was a long
Once
time ago.
around.
Oh, if you can do that, Tim, I'd be appreciated.
Yep, I'll get that done.
Okay,
And so that's what I know about.
all right.
Who did your homework?
I did, I actually visited the site too.
One other question, Tim.
Yep.
If you- I know we don't decide, obviously, or you don't decide the McNair easement, but is there gonna be a cut up there this, anytime in?
Like up on the mountain?
No, the last I heard, they were talking about doing a cut, that back piece that abuts, the guy that works for you there,
Mike?
Mike, yeah.
Oh, yeah, up on the Stacy Mountain piece, not
Yeah.
down by the pond. I have no idea, I don't
No.
work for that family.
No,
I talked with them briefly last fall, maybe, last summer, last fall. Is just kind of a courtesy, they were interested in just kind of rough ideas of values, things they might do with it, we'd never talked about me doing any work for him beyond that, but I don't know. And the access to that is tough, cause originally, I mean, I think forever ago, the access would've come down that old abandoned road that goes down through Mike's piece.
Yep.
But. that
Well, we
would
were in
never-
a lawsuit on that for years.
Yeah, and that, before Michael.
Yeah.
And then that would never support truck traffic.
No.
And they're not gonna skid down into Mike's dooryards.
Right.
I mean, you'd be looking at bringing it all the way back up the mountain and around, and I don't think the wood's there to warrant it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I felt like there was some interest in the family of just trying to figure out what they were gonna do with that whole piece of land up there, cause they seemed like, you know, they just were kind of at a loss as to where to go from here, but, I don't know.
I got some ideas.
I'm sure. All right, so I'll see this, get me on the agenda for the
will.
19th, and I'll come with all the paperwork for that, and get going sometime the end of the month.
Okay,
Are you gonna bring it with you, or are you gonna send paperwork to me prior to?
Is there one thing that would be better for you?
I'm thinking with terms of Linda just coming back on Monday.
It would be nice if you had it.
It'd be
a little
nice if
bit
she
ahead
had
of
it to put
time.
it in their books. I mean, I'm not, if you can't, I mean, I get it.
I don't see why I
It'd be nice to
shouldn't
have
be
her
able
have it,
to.
so she's
It's-
got it in everybody's book,
Yeah, I should be able to do that.
so they can look at it before the meeting. They like to look
Yep.
at stuff, so I don't.
So they're not getting
I
surprised.
mean, if you
and
can't, you
explained.
can't. I'm not, I'm.
Yeah, I
I'm
should be
just
able to get that to you ahead of time.
Sorry.
All right,
all right, thank you.
very well.
Thanks, Tim.
Have a good evening.
Jules.
Same to you.
Okay, Chain of Ponds update. We have communications going on with Upper Saco concerning the easement agreement, and we're making progress. Property review, I think that is in good shape. Tim indicated that we'll make some decisions about the properties to be reviewed in upcoming meetings.
Probably should plan for September for that, so he has time this fall.
Yeah, usually. So we have, I don't know how many properties we are able to do under our budget that will fulfill. Usually the way it's scheduled is that we take and ensure that properties are reviewed within a 3-year time frame. So it's a cycle, and we'll deal with Tim on that particular situation. We'll get that organized by September. No new business, selectmen's report, planning board.
I will report as a conservation commissioner that I led the conservation hike yesterday at Chain of Ponds, and Linda Camo came down, and we had a dozen people who walked out for half an hour and turned around and walked back, so.
Okay. Any comments from the people in terms of, any comments about the area?
I think everybody was pleased with the property, and Linda did a great job at answering questions and
Good.
giving out maps.
People commented on how nice a trail it was. It's a little bony in a couple spots, but for the most part, people were very happy to be on that trail.
And she also brought this, which is the preliminary perimeter survey, and then the phase 1 environmental report for us.
All right.
And then, planning board, we met last night, we did one subdivision on Maple Grove Road, on the clear cut lot, there across from the orchard. And they were, the Amy Kennett Road goes up, which will remain part of the remainder 210 acre lot, and they cut out a couple 7 acre lots that had frontage on Maple Grove Road, so they had class 5 road frontage, but they also included in their plan a easement, a 50-foot easement across the top of those lots that access the class 6 Amy Kennett Road. Yeah. And so I said, geez, where's the view on those lots? And the views are on the top, and so it seems like they were, and I don't, pure speculation on my part, but the question was raised whether they were really essentially subdividing on a class 6 road, even if they had class 5 frontage. And we said, well, we'll run it by our attorney, and they said, well, we'll erase it. And so I just signed the plans and they erased that easement.
Okay.
So,
Why would they want that?
I think they have one driveway up, they have 3 lots, right? They have the big lot and 2
Yeah.
other lots. 3 house lots up on the hill where there's the view, 1 driveway, and would be my speculation. This is what it looked like to me.
But there was 2
2 lots, and they could do it the other way.
yeah.
Right. It's just more roads, more money, and whatever, so.
More plowing.
Are they able to put driveways in there with that historical stone wall?
Yeah, I still think that's I've never seen that law where you can't disturb a stone wall.
Oh. Well, you have to have access to your property,
Yes,
so
so I think you can disturb a stone wall.
I think you can.
Yeah.
We bought, up on the hill, we bought a lot from Conway Supply, way back. And Chester took some stone wall, and you can see it up on the upper side of the West Side Road.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many stone walls, I mean, you practically wouldn't be able to build it anywhere,
Right.
you know?
I just know, because isn't that like considered one of the scenic road, whatever, for the
Well,
state?
every road in town has been listed as a scenic road, but I don't think that's all to do with trees, not anything to do with stone walls.
I think Mr. King was trying to implement some language like that, but,
I don't see how you could not
so.
take out a stone wall for driveway access.
Okay, as far as,
And then we met,
Yeah.
and then we also were working on a master plan, and so that's a project.
okay,
So,
let's see, as far as correspondence, apparently nothing.
Nothing.
Account balances, they're essentially the same as last report, only modest changes with respect to interest income. So the balances are essentially the same, so really no expenses running through at this particular point in time. So I'm gonna make a motion.
One other thing is, we haven't had a selectman, and that seems to,
I don't know.
maybe a letter is in order to the Board of Selectmen that their presence is
Is required.
always welcome and sometimes necessary.
Right. Okay,
I can draft up something.
well,
So I'd make a motion to invite the selectmen to come to our regularly scheduled
Okay.
meetings.
I'll second that. All in favor on that?
We
Yes.
do have one, you do know that, right, a rep?
Huh?
We do have a rep.
So, yes, I do,
Okay,
I do.
okay. Just wanna make sure.
I'm gonna, vote against that.
As a selectman?
As a prior selectman,
Yeah.
I think I was always in a disagreement, like there's only one statutorily says that a selectman has to be on one committee, and that is the planning board. As long as there's a selectman going on the planning board, you know, we've always just historically as a rule had assigned a selectman to every, committee, and I'll tell you, it's a lot of work. And so I could care less if there was a selectman here or not.
Okay.
Or, but you vote,
Yeah.
by the way, that's my opinion, you know, there should be one on the planning board, and I understand that, but to have a selectman on every single committee, I mean, that doesn't really give total representation of.
Could we have a selectman who received the minutes and sort of kept up with what we're doing?
I think the selectmen would receive the minutes anyway, and it's
They
really,
don't- They do on the conservation, I give them
Yeah.
to them anyway.
Yeah.
I put them in there, because that's, Marcia asked me to do that, and she was,
I mean,
so
we
they do
received,
get copies of them.
It would be like Rome, where every bishop has a church.
It goes to everyone, they sign, I put a stamp on it, and they each sign it, and
We have
somebody.
5 for selectmen now.
Right,
yeah.
The workload is spread out a little better, isn't it?
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah, I don't, unless you're a selectman, I don't think you have any idea of how much work that goes into it and that you have to do, and, you know, and everybody's different, everyone's, you know, there's some people that are gonna take on a ton of stuff, and there's some people that aren't, and, you know, it's an elected position, and you only have to do,
There's so much to know.
yeah,
there is, yeah.
I mean, it take you
can't-
years.
yeah.
It's like you with the planning board.
It's like the planning board.
Oh, you know
The
it by the back.
ZBA, all that stuff, I mean, you can't possibly have somebody, and no one selectman should be making any decision on anything anyway, so really has to go to all of them. That's my personal opinion on that.
So,
You wanna vote on his motion? It's on the floor.
Yeah.
I have Josh saying no.
Well, well,
we can scrap it. I mean,
Do you wanna withdraw your motion?
sure.
okay, that makes it easy.
So, what should I do? Should I let Linda know that we don't need Rick to come, or I don't know what you want.
We just leave it the way it is and.
Just leave him on there and if he
And
comes,
make
he
sure
comes.
the selectmen get a copy of the minutes.
That's what they do, they do.
Yeah,
They get,
that's what I thought.
they get zoning board and they get conservation. You don't
I
have
will,
to
I will
sit
say,
there.
when I was selectman, you know, whether it was Melissa or Sue or any of the, you know, if we needed information about, you know, you really got it from the
Yeah,
secretary,
I've got
or
it. I've got
the
everything.
minute taker or whoever, you didn't really get it from the selectmen, you know, you got it from the,
Okay,
All right, I withdrew you.
I'll remake the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes?
I thought you were gonna say something else when you were,
No.
I was like, what?
I never voted.